Move back. With more Zula, Ilath-Pal, Dunmer, Ashlander. Been a while since we played Skyrim. Been focusing on Final Fantasy IX, trying to get my route to work. Disc 3 by far is the hardest disc in Final Fantasy IX. And skipping a lot of stuff definitely makes it harder, but so far it seems doable. It's just a question of how consistently can one get all the things to come together. Alright, so where did we leave off with this? Couple days. I assume my followers are in here. No? Ah, they are in here. Alright. There's that. And there's... Andesia over here. And we'll take these. What do we have? We have got plenty in here.
Be sure to give to the needy when you can. The gods always smile on a charitable soul.
I wonder if I go back to the greenhouse, if it'll be full of stuff. I didn't know we had these. Gonna gain so many levels next time I do alchemy. Alright, I'm lazy. Well, that's annoying. I really installed this mod hoping it would make things easier. And using the console. I did not mean to give myself 1,000. I have paid for everything. Don't let anyone say otherwise. Ooh. I'll take that.
It's going to take
Good
days
day,
to clean
sir.
this up. Be careful out there.
Interesting. Is this a different... Oh, yeah, he isn't on the map.
Be careful out there.
Wonder if this is a completely different NPC.
It's going to take days to clean this up.
Just checking to see if he has any more notes. Some exploring in the museum I actually want to do. Is it down this? You can't go down here. Yeah. What about the armories? Can we go into the armories? And they can't harvest that. No, you can't go into the armories.
Ensure to care for your appearance. Image is most important.
Guess I can't do any of that shenanigans. Does it affect my weight? Yes, it does. All the stuff I added. Oh. Well, this is new. Uh... no, where did it go? I'm so confused. Just wanted to move it a little bit, but I got greedy. See it up here. There it is. How'd it go all the way over there? I think that works for me. How come I can't use it? Here, let's just exit and re-enter, and hopefully it's usable. Nope, nothing's regrown yet. No, I can still move through it. There we go. This is where we can learn a lot of spells. But not at the moment. Anyways, I need to go over here. Time to do some shopping. Is it bad if I leave? Oh, only one way to find out. his skills at the moment.
Hungry. Can we get some food instead? Father says that he can play with you anymore.
Oh hey, it's the eagle I shot down. A hawk.
Huh? What are you doing?
Shadow hides you.
I am the blade that will strike you down.
Aaron, nothing needs to be filled. Full gems. Oh, it stepped into the fire.
Four mortals made a pact, dressed in blood, signed in blood. The hollows scream words unknown, knells of silence to forewarn that which cannot be unseen. Darkness fathom daylight's dream. Signed in blood, dressed in blood, neither death nor calm nor coming spring can stop the scarlet rain or sea. For the seeds have been planted in the void, and the void planted in the seed. Verses are words, and words perverse. They speak and yet say none. Round and round, up and down, until the period comes. The pact is done, signed in blood, and all is soon forgot. For dressed in blood the evil comes, and the world is long for naught. Four mortals said the words, and brought the blight upon this land. 2 knives, 1 tail, and the hour of death is soon at hand. The third with sand between her toes, the fourth with ice upon his breath. Together in ritual and sunken time, they seek the dismal death. The stage is built, but the chairs are all but sterile. A place for one who sits opposed, a challenger, a champion, a hero. For when darkness fells the day and swallows the stars, all that's left to light the path is the fire that burns in mortal hearts. Speak no further, look no more. The quickening slows the mortal four. Salt and dirt, light and stars, meet your destiny from afar. Names are all we are. Name it, and it shall be known. It wears a new name, wears it proud, same as the old. Mother said, your name is Guivane. Father agreed, it's a lovely name. The children called her ugly and vain. Mother said, ignore their game. The knives said and spoke too clear, the land will cry with pain and pray for a time when they could but fear. Mother, guide me. Father, guide me. Strength to watch it all go by me. Seams ran jagged on a curved dome, shuddered, snapped, lost in moans. Thrusting pain, unending pain, never will it after. Heart bleeds, but no blood comes. Sorrow knows only laughter. Trust was given, trust was shaken. Love she kept, so it was taken. The tail said, I smell another. The knives said, you smell a corpse. Bones rattle and bones wake, and smells are voices hoarse. 4 mortals made the pact, but another sat in shallows. No one sees the short, the poor, or the blind in the shadows. The 5th one heard the pact, but did not speak or sign, shivered, trembled, fought for warmth in cold's frigid bind, in the shade to hide from shades, and say the words that fell the day. The sand says, "You must find the dead." The tail says, "We found them." A claw is brought, a wheel is turned, and the end is near to ground them. The cat whispered doubt to the knives, but its blades cut through the knee. It quivered no more, but fur sat matted, lapping meekly at its fleas. The knives nodded to frozen breath, as it read from tome of forgotten death. Flame rose, flame cold, wretched, wrenching soul of old. From the earth born anew, cleansed through blood and both defiled, water mixed with grains of sand, cut from the curve of the mother's child. Frozen words conjured life, soul unbound to cause limitless strife. Daylight's end is Nern's final chapter, sand on the rug, frozen not long after. So it was said, and then signed in blood, but only for 3 and not for 1. The 4th was dressed in shades of red, one soul entered while the other fled. Sand and skin, but no sand to touch. The dunes swept over a pact of blood. The priest said to the dead one, "These apples I want no more." The priest said to the wind, "I light these fires so bones are warm." The priest tends to the dead, as the priest should. The fishwife is not seen, or heard, or even understood. Knows not, or cares too much to care. Priest moves in arcane guides, in light is mystery bare. The cat whispered, the knives not from the earth born anew, froze daylight's. So it was said, the 4th was dressed in shades of red, one soul entered while the other fled. Fear perhaps, love maybe. What is the provenance of true denial? Know I not, but I know this, the robe was dressed in the ocean's vial. The cat whispered, the knives not
And we get
from
her to
the
be a
earth born
companion?
anew, cleansed through blood, frozen daylight's end. So it was, the 4th was dressed in shades of red, one soul entered while the other fled. Knives cut and are cut, dressed in blood while the other signed, sent to the void were the knives, and in its place comes wicked divine. The land it treads and blood is fed, different clothes, same grin, holes in the mask where skin mates skin. Is it wolf or pheasant, spider or fly? Knives are green and touch the sky. Find it well, find it plain, all we are is in a name. Eldawin, Eldawin, a mare to be scorned. Plaintive cries and knells of death like echoes of newborn. Dressed in blood, washed in white, and winter turns to endless fright. For what is lack if all is lack and day is same as night?
Let's get Mantella to work. Meantime... Oh, it was all the way at the entrance. I think we can get there and back before Mantella works.
What is it?
I want to see how the AI handles this character. Alright, let me just quickly check to see if it got the previous conversation. It doesn't have the rest of the conversation. End the conversation. Then let's go through.
The cat was the knives not from the earth born anew, cleansed through blood and both defiled, water mixed with grains of no, yes, yes and no. The second dressed and the third signed, but neither scales nor empires did she find. The cat was the knives not from the earth born anew, cleansed through blood, not for scales. Scales they tipped toward malice and quickened life adrift.
Now did it get that text? Oops. Maybe I have to do it this way? Oh well.
Did you learn to rhyme from the Bards' college?
Interesting. What voice model is she supposed to have? SK Amelie voice? Thought I had that. Oh, I think I have it downloaded and I never moved it. Downloaded a bunch of voice files and never properly looked into them. Put them in the right file path. Oh well. Interesting rhymes though. Okay.
Fresh fish.
Perhaps
Fresh
you could
fish.
spare a tomato for a priest of the divine.
Nice.
Perhaps if I were a little more blessed, I could afford to give away my fruit.
The power of Magnus is at my command.
Let's check out the market.
Can I help you?
We have a fine selection of herbs here at Angela's Aromatics.
Sarah, let us... Greetings!
Hello there. Although I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. We just met, so we're hardly
Run
friends.
along now.
Not to mean that we won't be friends someday. Or even today.
Hello, friend.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm
you're
really
interested in
bad
my
at this.
potions and
Can we
ingredients?
start over?
Always a pleasure.
Yes?
Whoa now.
Take
Ease
a
off
look.
on the magic.
You are expensive, sir.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Well,
Welcome
that
to
isn't
Bits and
rude.
Pieces.
That's pretty rude.
I'm sure you'll find what you need here.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Yes? Take a look.
Ah. Just solder all the ingredients.
Take care of yourself.
Ah. You go back in.
Welcome to Bits and Pieces. I'm sure you'll find what you need here. Yes? How much?
So I am going to BRB. But, well, this guy's sitting in idle. Let's go out to town. And then I'll turn on Radiant Dialogue.
Yes.
Fruit, fresh off the boat. The freshest in
wine,
sky to
finest
warm the
fish.
blood.
Wait,
Caught
were you
daily.
saying something? I don't hear so good. There was once a woman as fair as an evening of springtime in old Strasmakai.
Apples. Apples, tomatoes, leeks, and cabbages. Fresh and ripe.
If you're gonna loiter near my stall, you might as well buy a bottle.
Straight from the fjord.
Fresh batch of spiced wine, and no, you can't pay me in songs.
Songs pay longer than coins. Fine. How much for the bottle? It won't make me miss a note.
None could know 'twas not
Two septims for a cup, 10 for the bottle, and I'll throw in advice for free. So don't go. Last time you bards drank like Nords at a wake, I had to mop the square.
If Yermo gets Elisif to allow the burning of King Olaf, I'll need 3 bottles just to keep up. You
Get your
pouring at the
fresh
festival
fruit
if it
and
happens.
produce here.
If the Jarl lifts the ban, I'll be here with crates stuck to the clouds. First cups on the house for anyone who can carry a tune.
The finest
And save
fish
one
here.
for Ildi.
Caught daily.
She sings better when she forgets she's being watched. Not that I'm watching.
Subtle as a mammoth lad.
Fresh off the boat.
Train
The
her by
freshest in
during
Skyrim.
practice hours. I'll set the cups
Fresh
in a
fish.
quiet corner.
Fresh
No panty
fish.
to breathe down her neck.
Deal, but only if you tell me what you put in this that makes sailors tip twice. Cinnamon and
Get your
something
fresh
sharp.
fruit and produce here.
Family secret. But since you're a paying customer, snowberries boiled down with cloves and a whisper of juniper from the docks.
The finest fish here.
juniper. That explains the
Caught
bite.
daily.
If I warm it by the hearth, it gets weird, right?
Aye, but keep it off a roaring flame unless you like syrup.
Fruit. Fresh off
Cancel
the boat.
heat, quick stir,
The
then
freshest
drink
in
before the cloves
Skyrim.
bully the snowberries.
Fresh fish.
Noted.
Straight
Firma
from the
wants me
fjords.
rehearsed before supper, so I should keep my tongue straight. Give me a bottle and a cup to go.
Bottle and cup, and mind you rinse that cup before Pantia catches the scent and scolds you
Fresh
for sinning
fish.
like a drunken
Fresh
horker.
fish.
She can try, but the audience
Get
loves a
your
little
fresh
wobble.
fruit and produce
If
here.
Ildi comes by later, send her to the courtyard and I'll save a verse.
I'm not sure if she wanders past. And tell Virmo, I still want my shipment released before the
finest
festival,
fish here.
where he's getting watered
Caught
wine.
daily.
Fruit. Fresh off
He
the
hates
boat.
watered wine
freshest
almost as
in
much as a mist
Skyrim.
rhyme. That should light a fire under him.
Good. Now step aside. I've got sailor's line to tap in a pot to top off.
I'm going.
Fresh fish. Straight from the
I'll bring the
fjords.
cup back before dusk, assuming the college doesn't chain me to a loot.
If they do, I'll send a corkscrew in a loaf. Now next to line. Who's drinking?
Apples, tomatoes, leeks, and
Safe travels.
cabbages. Fresh and ripe.
Fresh fish. Fresh fish.
Get your fresh fruit and
If
produce
Firma
here.
gets Elisif to lift the ban, the burning of King Olaf will turn this courtyard into a rite of song and spilled wine. You planning to claim the Jarl's
finest
balcony there,
fish here.
Wine, the
Caught
taste
daily.
of
The
home
balcony.
and heart.
Ha! Boy, I own 3 of them already. I rent them out to Jarls when they come begging. I might let Elisif borrow one if she asks nicely and brings me a bottle that isn't mostly water.
Yvette's wares or casks are stout, but she warned me. She'll
Apples,
water anything
tomatoes,
Firma is released from the
leeks,
warehouse
and
in time.
cabbages. Fresh and
If the
ripe.
bards end up singing the thin wine, you'll hear my lament across the Karth.
Lament all you like. I can turn water to wealth. The sip's a wink, and suddenly every guard thinks my rag's a silk cloak.
Fresh fish.
Still,
Straight
a good
from the
spice on
fjord.
the tongue makes the lice. It's straighter.
Stowberry's close, a breath of juniper.
Spiced wine.
She let that slip.
Taste of home and
I'm
heart.
thinking a verse that warms the
Fruit.
crowd before the
Fresh
flames
off the boat.
Something to
freshest
make
in
even the Falmer
Skyrim.
tap a foot, if they dare show.
Make it quick and sharp. People hear truth best when it hurts a little.
Fresh fish.
Sing of a king who burned and a city that learned nothing. Then pass your cup to me and I'll prove I'm richer than proud Spire.
If you can turn water to wealth, maybe you can turn stage fright to applause.
Spiced
Ildi could
wine
use a
to
crowd
warm
that
the
smiles
blood.
first and judges later.
Apples, tomatoes.
I can lend
leeks,
her
and
my crown.
cabbages. Fresh and ripe.
Invisible, fits any head, worth more than Blue Palace marble. She sings Ainon, and suddenly every year pays a tax.
Then I'll find you a sturdy crate to sit your throne on. I'm heading to the college to draft that
Fresh
verse
fish.
before Dean Panty
Fresh
catches me
fish.
idling.
Winged
tell her
by
the King of
Yvette's
Balconies
first and
requires
whisper
tribute,
that
but
I'm
Fiona
your
drags his
tasting feet.
She should pour yours strong and mine stronger.
Spiced wine.
This is the power of the Telvanni.
A taste of
And
home
bring a
and
rhyme
heart.
with teeth. If it...
Those conversations sounded neat. Oh.
I heard in the market that the Bards College was having legal issues with an event. Should we check it out? It wouldn't offend anyone in Winterhold if we helped another college right.
If it's a permit or patron dispute in Solitude, we can help without ruffling Winterhold at all. We're colleagues, not rivals. Mirabelle will only care that we mind our manners and don't sign the college to any expenses without her ledger. Let's do it properly.
One Mirabelle is dead. Ancano killed her months ago. I assume you were speaking of her code of conduct she expected of us. I didn't even know this Bard College existed.
You're right. I slipped into old habit. I still hear her voice when I'm about to make a mess. Code of conduct, not the woman. The Bards College is in Solitude, near the Blue Palace.
All right, let's go. I want to see you sing.
You want me to sing? Archmage, I can hold a chant for a ward lattice, but a drinking ballad will collapse the roof. I'll read contracts while you charm the bards, how's that? If we're going, we do it clean.
come on, let's just have fun. They're bards, they're either drunk, crying over writer's block, or both.
Fun is allowed, within limits. I'll even try a verse if you promise not to summon fire while they're tuning. Gil, here's my compromise. You led with charm and coin. I ask about the permit and copy any terms. If they shove a loop at me, I'll cover harmony for one chorus, then retreat to contracts. If a patron gets handsy, I freeze a boot and you smile, then change the subject, pack the college, sealed into spare quills.
Hansi, if anyone touches you, Brelina, they will know the roar and rage of a Dragonborn.
I appreciate the fury, Dragonborn, but save the roar for dragons. If someone forgets their manners, I freeze their boots, you raise an eyebrow, and the room remembers itself. Simple, clean, no smashed loots. Finish your drink, grab the seal and a modest purse for fees, and we'll head for Solitude.
Follow me, we'll be students again.
Led on, Archmage. I've got the seal, 2 quills, and just enough confidence to hum on key. If a steward waves a form, I'll read the small print while you make friends. And if a bard begs for a chorus, 1 verse then contracts.
Fun role-playing. I didn't expect the handsy comment. I was just like, oh, okay. Interesting.
Ildi, what year did the Aldmeri Dominion invade the Empire?
Late 171.
Good Ildi,
I love
soak in the
their
lore.
festivals.
Yorn,
Bards
what
really
happened during
know
the Red
how to
Year?
have a good time.
Morrowind suffered a massive explosion?
Vardenfell's Red Mountain erupts. Try to be precise, Yorn. Remember, being a bard isn't just about the music.
You know what
Greetings.
I love about the Bards College? It's not the stories or the festivals or even the women. The best thing about the college is the friendships. I agree. Lovers are like bottles of wine. They come and go. Friends are like a good blade, always by your side. Although, sometimes you have to be careful not to nick yourself with it. But that's normal when you get a bunch of competitive people together. To say the least, Aya has Bantea, Ataf has Ildi, even Edwayne has that Nord he keeps blabbing on about. And I have Yorn. A natural one. You see, We're similar in a lot of ways. We both got deep, baritone voices. We're both good with the lute, but better with the drum. There's only one real difference between us, but it's a big one. Ha ha ha, no, but I guess you have a point. What I meant was, we have completely different tastes. He likes the big, sweeping epics. Stories about war, gods, and dragons. Which is fine, but I prefer tales about people. My work focuses on the war that goes on inside us. For the next 10 minutes, today's my last day. I'm going to travel Skyrim for a bit and see if it can inspire me. Maybe I'll run into you again someday. After all, Nirn's a big place, but a small world. Yes? I've given up music, actually. These days, I mostly work with poetry, although I've been known to add a drum. I also tend to take a lot of liberties with the verse. Yorn and a lot of the Nords might not approve, but I feel an outsider's perspective is the best way for the work to evolve.
You said you like poetry about what goes on inside ourselves. Based on our short conversation and what you can see about me, what poem would you say reflects my inside troubles?
I see armor under robes and storm light in your eyes, Archmage. So here is the one that fits you best. I carry two breaths in one chest, one learns the flesh of thunder, one learns the hush of ink. They quarrel in my throat like twins, born on different nights. I hang a dragon on my shoulder, and a college on my tongue. The world keeps asking me to choose a word to be my weapon, a weapon to be my word. When I heal, I hear bones confess when I burn. I hear prayers splinter, mercy tastes of snowmelt, power tastes of iron. I drink them both and call it morning. Some say destiny is a road. I say it is a door that opens inward. Its hinge is guilt, its latch is love, and I am forever misplacing the key still. I walk, not to end the argument, but to teach it how to sing. So when the mountain names me Dragonborn the child, inside remembers how to whisper her own true name. Does that feel close to the mark, Zula? If not, tell me where it bites wrong and I will hone it until it cuts clean.
I'm forgetting the term. Magna G? I should look it up just to be sure.
I'm surprised you knew I was Dragonborn. I guess the rumors get around that a Dunmer Archmage with distaffs is the Dragonborn. But more precise, I do not have a dragon on my shoulder. I have distaffs one Diedrich, the other an artifact of the Atada. Other than that, I'll have to think on it. You do as well. Provide me a written copy now, and next time we meet, we'll see how you've changed it.
Fair point, Ashlander. Not a dragon on your shoulder, but distaffs that argue in old tongues. Let me mark it clean for the record, and you can judge it cold later. I carry two breaths in one chest, one learns the flesh of thunder, one learns the hush of ink. They quarrel in my throat like twins, born on different. Nights I hang to stuffs at my side, one Diedrich, iron. Tasting of oaths, one etched with the Atoda's first light, they do not bow to each other. Only to purpose the world keeps asking me to choose a word to be my weapon, a weapon to be my word. When I heal, I hear bones confess, when I burn, I hear. Prayers, intimacy, tastes of snowmalt, power, tastes of iron. I drink them both, and call it morning. Some say destiny is a road. I say it is a door that opens inward. Its hinge is guilt, its latch is love, and I keep misplacing the key still. I walk, not to end the argument, but to teach it how to sing. So when the mountain names me Dragonborn, the child inside remembers how to whisper her own true name there.
Thank you for the copy. See you around, Darcy the poet.
Travel safe, Archmage. If the staff start arguing too loudly, find me and I'll teach them meter. And if you pass Falkreath, listen for a drum by the crossroads. There'll be me testing new lines. Until then...
A good story is
Interesting.
9 parts truth and 1 part fiction.
I
Seems
wonder
like most
if
of
that
these are
famous
9
wandering
parts fiction.
bard studied here.
Can we really just make things up? It doesn't seem right.
Where's the guy
Be
that I'm
careful.
supposed to talk to
You will see
join the
there are
Bards
ways to stay
College?
true to the essence, Ildi. Even while making parts up.
I wish I could
No?
sing.
Winnery.
Oh.
No, wintry. It betrays its wintry master. That's it. Let's see that fool of a Nord top this.
This... Does this have anything to do with that girl?
only the ugliest, most despicable, most talentless man in all of Skyrim. Now he thinks to become a bard. I'll become thrice the bard he ever dreamt of being. For that reason, I have started this poem, and with it I will end all debate. I don't know his name and I don't care to. I imagine to utter it would be some sort of Daedric malediction opening a portal to oblivion. You'll know him by his looks. He's as ugly as a Shulk, as graceful as a golem, and as fat as a sea drake. And much like those drakes of Blackmarsh, his entire existence is an utter abomination. How should I know? He's the one who started this quarrel, but I aim to finish it, and I just about have just 3 more lines. Maybe in Cyrodiil quatrains are the norm, but here in Skyrim they use all sorts of clumsy triplets and basically set fire to the language as a whole. However, if my victory is to be resounding, I need to trounce the Nord on his own land using his province's own rules.
Okay.
I thought more students would come here to train.
Role playing. I actually want to accomplish something. What's his face? Yeah, it's only 2:55. He can't be asleep or something. He doesn't show up. I'm gonna rob this place. This shall be a very useful skill. Ah. Wait, that wasn't it? No, it wasn't. There's 2 in here. Okay, I am confused.
If we hang out here long enough, I'm sure we'll be able to hear them practicing.
Let's try talking to this guy.
My position, Dean of History. Well, you've come to the right place.
Late 171.
I suppose I should Good Ildi, soak in the lore. Yorn, what happened during the Red Year?
Morrowind suffered a massive explosion?
Vardenfell's Red Mountain erupts. Try to be precise. Remember, being a bard isn't just about the music.
Yes?
I found some bongo drums. Would you know how to play them?
Oh, I'm Timh. I can fake it convincingly enough to get free mead. Ilath-Pal cabbage. Start with the heart. Bum bum pause bum bum. Another walking beat.
I see you learning something while traveling with the circus.
Lynette improvised, lied about, and got chased off by a goat, if we're being thorough. Keep your hands loose, Ankemage. Heel of the palm for the low note, fingers for the pop. Start slow, bum bum, walk walk, bum bum, walk walk.
That was funny. Alright, let's see if we can actually find what's-his-face. Oh, there he is.
Welcome to Solitude, home of the arts here in Skyrim. Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem. I think Giraud here would give you the best explanation of both it and the history of King Olaf's verse. You should speak to him about it. Of course.
Would this college have any materials on the thumb given its historic and audible nature?
A prudent question, Archmage. We keep a modest shelf on the tons in the way of the voice. Some transcriptions of battlefield shouts, a few treatises copied from the archives at Windhelm, and some mythic commentary comparing some cadence to old Atmoran verse.
Do you think they have some good stories of their own?
Only history and analysis.
I am hoping to understand the magic behind the thumb. I was hoping this college might have some knowledge of tonal magic, even if just a little.
You are speaking my language there, Dragonborn, but tonal magic strays from sons into secrets the Dwemer took to their graves. What we have touches the edges only. Shalador's notes on the metaphysics of soundest force. Judgen's maxims on breath and meaning. A scholar's copy of the Yokutan epics that treat sword singing as kin to the voice. Useful for thinking, not for doing.
Well, I'm sure many of you are good at thinking, so let me know if any theories pop up in discussion here.
Consider it noted, Dragonborn. I will set Shiro, an angel arguing over breath and meter before supper. Nothing sparks ideas like a friendly feud. If anything coherent emerges from the chaos, you will hear of it first. In the meantime, if you bring us a fragment, an inscription, a Dwemer schematic, a graybeard marginalia, I can put quill to paper and help you frame the questions worth testing.
Good to meet a prospective bard. He's sending you after King Olaf's verse, then. That's good. We shouldn't leave it lying around now that I figured out where it is. The verse was Svafnir's contribution to the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Each bard adds to the Edda in his or her time. And a very ancient one. The verse criticized the reigning King Olaf. He was so incensed the bard was put to death and all the copies burned. At least, that's what we thought until I translated some ancient texts a year or so ago. We now believe King Olaf buried the truth with the bard. If I'm right, Svafnir and King Olaf's verse lie in Dead Men's Respite, along with the burial chamber of King Olaf himself. Be careful.
Seems like most
you might
of
find
these
more
are
than just King
nine-parts
Olaf's
fiction.
verse in Dead Man's Respite.
Well, instead of singing, they have us go raid a Nordtum. Not that I mind doing that, but one day, Brelina, I'll have you sing.
If you drag me onto a stage, Archmage, I'm warding the audience and humming the best line, while you do the heroic verses. For now, Doom first chorus later. Alright, quick check before we go. I want a simple kit.
I
I
forgot.
wish I could go wherever
I
I
ended the
want.
conversation and it doesn't save. Oh yes, I need to destroy this.
What's going on?
I was really hoping the Khajiit would be here. All this selling. They'll just have so much. Time for some wind run. probably should stay near the land. That way... Well, do I have equipped? Station, probably. Nice.
Someone do something.
You're the one who put out the fire in the lighthouse, right? That was good work. Dija's in the hold of the ship. Go down 2 levels.
This ship crashed into the shoal. I wonder how that happened.
If I had to wager, I'd put 5 septims on Fog, 3 on cheap meat, and the rest on a captain who swore he knew this coast like his mother's wrinkles.
The angle of the hull says they tried to correct too late. See the gouge across the flanks and the snapped rib near the bow.
So crisp and welcoming.
That's a hard port in shallow water, likely after losing their soundings.
Or someone lured them. Juniper and lamp oil on the posts, fresh scrape on the mooring rail, and no proper lantern hung. Cesargo smells panic, not weather.
Panic and poor navigation make an excellent couple. Want me to ask the shoreline for witnesses, or do we start with the bodies and the cargo that mysteriously packed itself toward the lifeboats?
Bodies first. If there's brine in the lungs and no head wounds accident. If we find broken ribs from below or soot in the throat, someone lit a fire to drive them topside. I'll set a ward and check for a flare rune.
Seems there are scavengers here too. Let's check with their leader on what happened. Maybe we'll get a cut for dealing with the paperwork.
I love paperwork that pays, especially if it involves not drowning. Lead on, and I'll smile like a customs agent with a new stamp.
Keep the vials. If these are licensed wreckers, they'll be touchy about chain of custody. I'll ask who logged the find and where the captain's book is.
Cesargo will read the leader's send, and eyes. If he lies, you will hear it. Ask about lights on the shore and who pulled bodies first. Then we speak of feast.
My brother
Greetings.
told me you were coming. I'm supposed to give you what you've earned. Ha! I'm afraid the loot's already been moved. You've been useful to the Black Bloods, though. You've earned a quick death. Come here.
Oh no, you magic.
Over here!
Someone there.
Your wound seems serious.
I cannot rescue you. Let's get this over with! Death.
I will feast on your soul.
Enough! Enough of this! Dare challenge me? Mercy!
Show me what you can do, mortals.
Them?
Those bandits the scavengers attacked me for no reason. Why on earth would they do that?
Well, anti-mage, sometimes when a famous mage strolls into your illegal salvage with a pocket full of blood, a heart, nerves fray, and blades come out. Also, fines are cheaper than witnesses.
They saw you pick through the cargo and assumed you'd claim authority or seize the ledger. Fear plus guilt equals aggression. The Scorch on that beam and the loose mooring not say they were already covering tracks. I'll bind this.
These were not honest scavengers.
Who ordered the first shot?
They kept Lampwell by the ladder, not the galley, and white blades with juniper to mask blood. Cesargo will find the leader's stash and the captain's book. Then we decide if this is wrecking or murder, and we take a cut for cleaning both.
Sounds like a good idea, Zargo. Honestly, I'm not that upset. I know get more blood and hearts for my alchemy supplies.
Lining noted, but maybe keep the core in the bottom of the pack so the next honest salvager doesn't and started union of stabbing.
Bag the hearts separate.
Powerful words.
And rinse the stars
Powerful
with juniper. Please.
Such is the power of the written word.
Cross-contamination will ruin your paralysis tinctures and make the gallery smell like a butcher's bucket. I'll finish the ward sweep and tag the captain's book if Zargo finds it.
Zargo proves of use for ingredients, but he prefers them labored and paid for. Give Zargo to Breaths and he will have the leader's ledger. List of names and the key to their logbox. Then we discuss our cut like professionals.
This note I found on the Arognian mansion's broken or grotto. That must be where they are stashing the loot.
Broken ore fits the scent. Close to the dock.
What was that?
There you are.
Then we go methodically. We enter high along the catwalks, cut the bell rope by the main platform, and take the ledger before anyone reaches the skiffs. I'll dampen the torches near the lift and set a ward at the exit.
Zargo will take the right wall and silence the lookout with a blink and a claw. If they shout, he cuts the mooring lines and freezes the water. Archmage you choose.
That's what I
Quiet seizure of crates, or a fast strike on the leader first and questions after.
I swear I saw a lamp, and I want to make sure it isn't a fairy. I swear I saw a lamp coming up here. I still have water walking.
What visions shall behold my sight today? I wonder.
We shall go after the leader for breaking the law.
Winter first it is. I'll smile, say the word leisure, and let his men start looking sideways at each other while you close the distance.
Save the frenzy drafts for their lieutenants, not the docks at large.
This is the power of the Telvanni.
Don't think they can speak because they're underwater. Lovely.
If he leaves to talk.
Oh, there it goes.
On your count, Archmage.
Somewhat. End that conversation. Kind of funny that they didn't get my hints. I was hoping the AI would realize. With them being in the icebreaker, that it was the player who turned out the fire. You've all heard of top-down gameplay, but have we ever thought of bottom-up gameplay? What are those?
I will never back away from a challenge.
Your lives are forfeit, for this fight is
Let's get this over with! Victory will be mine!
Ah, Huskies.
Am I supposed to be impressed? Take that! Take that! Let's get this over with!
that will strike you down.
He didn't even put up a proper fight.
Why does it seem so laggy? I mean, right now I know it's saving, but... And then...
All this talk of dragons returning to the world makes me more than a little nervous.
Ah, this is brine water. One giant horker is enough of a horker to fight. I was hoping to find more shells. Alright, how many can we snipe with fireballs?
What was that?
I blame the auto-aiming.
Always good to start on that side.
You know what? Let's use this. How am I meleesed? Is that a person? No, it's just a post with a lantern.
Something? Is someone there?
What was that?
There you are.
Can't hide. Me.
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
Ah, he fell into the water. Seriously, what's with all the lag? trying to remember if this game plays at 30 or...
Excuse me, I think I dropped my jewel somewhere.
60. I think it just plays at 30.
Hey, stop that! Is someone there? What was that?
We are
Dead and buried!
once more. Let us feast then.
Time to end this little game.
What happened to the Piper?
Let's see what you've got.
Can the Piper just teleport? Ooh, boar bacon. Stuff to sell. Oh no, I'm overweight. Interesting. I think it's missing something.
You can't hide from me forever.
Someone there?
Last
10 out of 10.
I'll bury you.
Take that! Now that's how it's done.
Who's that Piper?
Is there something else you need?
I'll see you pieces. Victory or Sovngarde!
No skill improvement.
You can't beat me. I love a challenge.
Over here.
I hear some God's nasty this time of year, Nord.
This ends now.
Thought there was a chest or something. Is he just hanging out in the water? Let's not waste my spells.
Hey, don't do that.
Seriously, why is this place so laggy?
You're as good as dead.
It would seem that violence is our best strategic move.
No other body to loot.
This is the power of the Telvanni.
Is someone there? Time to end this little game.
Now you burn, Fetcher.
Get a job, you stupid bandit! Good riddance, I say.
Why am I taking damage?
I just love this story. The passion, the characterizations.
Somehow this water isn't cold. Oh, it does run at 60 FPS. Okay, they're outside. I was like, that... How do I get inside that? This early. We can do that. Oh, I need to turn on that quest. Oh, that's all the way over here. That's kind of out of the way of our path. But I honestly think I'm gonna end things here for this stream. Plenty of fun role-playing. So that will be all. Bye.